YouTube, it's April. I'm just coming in. It's day 9, and just coming in to tell you things still feel pretty normal. Denture fit's good. I am gonna tell you that I'm probably gonna have to see a dentist or my dentist again, because my Siri is acting up my work phone. Hang on, I don't even know. I think it's because I say, "Hey YouTube." I think that's what woke her up. That's so weird. Anyway, I'm gonna have to see the dentist. I don't know if I can show you guys or like if it's easy to see, but on this side when I bite down, like everything lines up really nice. Like the upper denture makes good contact with the lower denture. On this side, while it maybe looks like it's lining up, these teeth are set out further than these teeth, and they're not making a real great contact with my lower partial. So I'm gonna go to the dentist and see if there's anything they can do for me there on Monday, and get you guys up to date then about that. But I had some questions about intimacy and dating and kissing. And stuff. So part one, we're just gonna talk about kissing. Kissing's totally normal for me. It doesn't feel weird. I've asked my husband like seriously like 50 times, and he's like, "No, babe." He's like, "It's just like kissing my hot wife. Like it's no big deal." So I'm like, "Oh, you're sweet." But so kissing's like not an issue. You do learn in a few days. I mean, it doesn't take very long how to maneuver all these new parts in your mouth. I mean, it's a big appliance. The upper denture's big, and my lower partial, is also big. So, and everything is, connected to everything else. So, like, every time you chew on a piece of food, like, the whole unit moves. And it shouldn't. So, like I said, I've been doing a little bit of adhesive just because that makes me more confident when I'm eating. But I think as long as your dentures fit well and they are form fitting, you're not going to have any trouble kissing. So that is my input there. My husband says, kissing's totally normal, it's totally fine. Um, Regarding sex, so I had this grand plan that I was not going to wear my teeth to bed, or I was going to wear them every single night to bed because I really am not crazy about my husband seeing me without my dentures, even though like he's told me like he's totally fine, like it's cool, like it doesn't matter, like it's whatever. Um, but it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable. So that's that. But anyway, you guys, at the end of the day, I'm like so ready to take these things out. Like my face is tired. You know what I mean? I'm getting used to them. I'm still in the process. Maybe at some point I'll be able to sleep in them and take them out longer during the day or something. But for right now, just during this adjustment period, especially, I do want to keep them out at night. Now, particularly, my husband and I have been married for 12 years. And so I can kind of always tell when we go to bed if he's going to be into doing it or not. And night 6 was the night he was like, whatever. So I I just wore him to bed. And, of course, I wasn't going to do it without my teeth. Like, I don't even want him to see me without my teeth. But, at bedtime, taking him out worked out pretty good because I have been. So when we go to bed, he is the little spoon and I'm the big spoon, and I rub his back for a little while because he works his ass off every day. And then we switch, and then I'm the little spoon and he's the big spoon, and he rubs my back for a little while, and then we go to sleep. We don't sleep face to face, and I've always breathed out my nose. So taking him out at bedtime is not like that big of a deal for me because it's dark, and like, we don't sleep, nose to nose. So that's whatever. But particularly on night 6, I could tell that, hey, we've been married for a long time. We're going to do it tonight. So, and I think I'm supposed to give some kind of disclaimer that I'm going to talk about sex. So that's your disclaimer, warning, chop out if you don't want to hear about that. I did tell you guys that this is going to be a really lighthearted and pretty G-rated situation. I'm not going to go into any graphic detail or anything like that. But, my mom and my grandma's watch this channel, and like I'm not going there. So, but anyway, we had sex. I left my teeth in because I was like, you know, not having that. Um, and I, of course, when then we had sex and we went to bed. Like, and you guys, sex was sex. I mean, it was just like any other time we have sex. It's just what it was. So, it was fine. And so, of course, the next morning, of course, I didn't pound him with a bunch of questions like as soon as we were done. Um, just like kill that post-coital snuggle situation. Like I wasn't gonna do that. So I the next morning, we went out and had our cigarette, and I was like, "So was that weird? Could you tell? Like there was a lot of making out and stuff." And he's like, "No." He said, "Actually, he says I think because you look and feel so much more confident with your new teeth, I think the sex was better." And I was like, "Oh, so that was what the situation was for me." That may not be the situation for everybody, but I can tell you that I've officially had sex with these things and nothing bad happened. So there's that. And then I had some questions about dating, like when you should tell someone, that you've got dentures. Well, you guys, I can't tell you when to tell someone, but if it was me, and like seriously, I haven't dated anybody in like forever. I'm 31 and been married to the same guy for 12 years. So like we've been together almost half my life. Um, but if it was me and I was going to go on a date, I mean, obviously I wouldn't whip that information out on the first date. You kiss goodnight, and then it's like, oh, hey, you're a great kisser, and I hope I am too. And by the way, I take my teeth out at night. These are removable. These are fake. Like, I don't think I would just drop that bomb night one. But I also don't think I would wait months and months and months and months and months to tell somebody either. I mean, if this is a person, a date that you kind of click with and you see yourself with for at least some duration, bring it. I mean, I think bringing it up earlier is better because if you wind up with someone who you think's kind of awesome and they think you're kind of awesome, and then you tell them, and then they're like hella shallow and leave you because your teeth aren't natural, then you've just wasted like a ton of your time. So, I mean, tell your date or your partner or whatever. Um, Relatively early, um, but late enough that you've decided, okay, cool, I think I could hang with this guy for a while or this gal for a while or whatever. Um, I wouldn't just get right in there, but third date or something. Hey, by the way, I just want you to know, uh, I have dentures or whatever. I mean, just do whatever makes you comfortable. You do you, but if it was me, I wouldn't do it 6 months down the road because what if they're an asshole about it? And I wouldn't do it, date one. So I think somewhere in between there, it's probably a good time to say something, just so you don't waste a ton of time, and that way, you don't have to embarrass yourself if the first date's going good and you don't want to drop a weird bomb on it or whatever. Um, but because you guys did this for your comfort, your health, your well-being, and so don't waste your time with somebody who's not going to appreciate you and all of you, even your dentures. So I mean that's just my 2 cents there, but I mean I guess that's all I really got. I mean you do you, and you tell somebody when you're comfortable telling somebody. Don't take advice from any old person on YouTube or whatever. I mean you do you, and make sure that it's what's going to make you happiest and the most comfortable. So, anyway, guys, if you guys have any questions um, regarding intimacy or kissing or whatever, I mean, leave them down below and I will answer them as long as they're respectful. And you guys have an awesome night and happy Friday, and I'll see you guys in a couple days.